Why, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat, formerly joined by Dolly. She has left now. She left me. She came and she got what she wanted, and now she's left. Oh boy. It's always nice to have Dolly come up and say hi. Hello again. She's back. She is back. Hi. Meow. Meowie. Meowie on the floor next to me. Where's that? Where's that camera? Hello. Yeah, there you are. There she is. Now, today you may notice a little bit of background noise. Little extra background noise today. Off to the side, over that away, where the cat nap. I have my another 3D printer because I have that one. That one is in another room behind me. In fact, behind that wall right back there, there's another office, and that's where that printer lives. But I have another printer, and it's in my office on that table back there. Yeah, you go. And why am I using this one instead of that one? Because that one has trouble printing white and light colors. Yeah, something with it, I don't know exactly. It has, like, black flecks will appear on prints with, in white especially, but I've had it even contaminating other colors besides white, just having black flakes on the print. Not sure where the black is coming from after purging the nozzle. From what I can tell, it's not the nozzle, and I can clean the tip of the nozzle. I clean the tip of the nozzle when switching the filament, and it still gets black flecks. I've had this printer do it too. Not anywhere near as much or as often, and it goes away pretty quickly. So this is now the printer I use for particularly white items. And of course I had someone buy a white item, and they bought a big white item that takes like 3.5 hours to print, and I didn't think about the fact that, oh, this is 3.5 hours when I got up this morning at 7. And by the time I got down here, it was a bit after 7. So yeah, it's gonna be printing for another 40-ish minutes or so before it finishes, and then it'll be quieter, a little bit quieter, and in the background audio. Now I think that the microphone settings that I have in XSplit are getting rid of background audio when I'm not talking, and I think it should be trying to compensate for the noise while I'm talking. It's just, you may hear a little bit of it when it does like high-pitched squeals. When it moves fast, it will probably make extra noise in the background, and I do apologize for that. I can't really do anything about that right now because it's in the middle of a print. Any Hozels, how are things? How have things been? Today, of course, is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. I think I've picked out what I'm gonna carve for the pumpkins tomorrow. Got 2 patterns off the internet to carve. One is from the Pumpkin Lady, pumpkinlady.com, and it is a castle that is outlined with a cutout in the shape of a dragon that is surrounding the castle. And then the other one is a simple wolf, stylized stencil wolf, wolf head specifically. And that was from where? Where was that from? Spookmaster website. Specifically, it's called Wolfbane. Wolfbane, and from the Pumpkin Lady, we have The Guardian. The Guardian. Yeah, those will be the two that I do this year. It's been a while since I've done a wolf, and I've wanted to do a wolf again. In particular. And the other one I sort of was thinking dragon something. But in this case it'll be a castle with a dragon. Alright, that'll be that. Well, I've still been playing Astronauts, of course. And in fact, I've actually started making mods for Astronauts. I released through the Discord two mods for Astronauts. One was an extremely simple one that was a request from based off of the Brighter Lamps mod that makes the EVA light as well as work lamps, portable work lamps, have a larger distance that they cover for adding light. Someone wanted that for the wall lamps, so I did the thing for the wall lamps, and I have like 3 different options, changing the radius of the light from the default of 6 tiles up to 10, 15, or 20, depending on your choice. So that was... I posted that yesterday, and today I made a mod for that brings into the game an item that exists in the code but has no way of obtaining it. I added ways of obtaining this item that is otherwise fully functional, called the Testudo Hyper Handy Dolly. It is a dolly that, by default, is larger than the other dolly in the game. Standard dolly is a, 4x4 grid of inventory space. It cannot fit oversized items. The Hyper Handy, by default, is a 6x6 grid and can fit oversized items, which includes full-sized doors. So it's a direct, straight upgrade over the Super Handy that already exists in the game, but there's just no way to get it normally. You have to use the console to add it into the game normally. So I did the work needed to actually add it to shops and to loot tables on ships. I added a 20% chance for it to spawn 1 item in the early game shop, supply shop, as well as a guaranteed chance to have 5 at the much later game brand shop for Testudo. That is, you need to work to get there. So figured, you know what, that'll be 100% chance. And then just in random derelicts, there's like a 1% chance for it to be among the random loot in there. So yeah, that was... I made a mod. I made 2 mods. I made and released 2 mods for Astronauts. Yeah. That's that. Hello. Hello, Dolly. Meowing at me. Jumping up back there now. Hello. Hello, baby. That's not the right one. That's the one. Let's get into Shapez 2. Play a good game. On its hardest difficulty, well, not really difficulty, but on its hardest scenario. Insanity! We are insane. What are we waiting on here? I am looking to save up for the 3rd floor. And then the vortex delivery. I'm still back and forth a bit on which of these upgrades will be more beneficial to me before getting the other upgrade. It's like, do I get the 3rd floor first, or do I get the vortex delivery first? Both have upsides, but has the opportunity cost of, you know, not having the other thing for a long time. And I initially was like, oh, 3rd floor, because that's gonna mean that I can have my setups, use my blueprints that I have that are based around 3 floors, particularly for color mixing stuff, and for essentially the where are you? Full fluid mixing station. This blueprint. Hello again. There. Hello. Meow. You're talking to me. She's talking to me. Specifically, this blueprint really depends upon having 3 levels, as does this flow fluid space pipe setup that feeds it. It depends on having 3 of this, and, you know, this is kind of built to have a layer 3 on it. So it's either I don't mine as much and have to plan my builds around not mining as much, or I have it and then I have to deal with the vortex over here and offloading by trains like this at the vortex. Because if I pick up the vortex delivery, well, I can have just like one line yeeting all of the trains directly into the vortex. They can just yeet themselves directly in, and I don't have to worry about final delivery of any part to the vortex anymore. At the cost of, you know, a bit different-ish designed factories. Interesting that that is, in fact, like, backed up? Huh. Why? How? Dunno. But I know, as I think I will yeet the stuff, because, yeah. I don't want to have to really deal with, lines and multiple train wagons. I cannot express enough how much of this is just trivialized by that one upgrade of having the trains directly leap into the vortex. It absolutely trivializes most of the mechanics of trains. The 3rd floor would allow me to have, you know, 3 layers of stuff put onto the trains, and a 3rd level to go into the vortex, but that is eliminated by having the trains eat themselves. You don't need a 3rd floor if you can just have the trains dump directly into the vortex. On this end. Anyway, what did we do last time? Well, of course, we set up all of these double milestones shapes that will each count towards operator levels, which is something a bit more unique to this particular scenario. This level and the next level will have a pair of milestone shapes that will count towards operator levels. So that's nice. It'll help speed up research, I would hope, eventually. But ultimately, these were quite similar in terms of logic. What am I doing? I'm going down here, because this is where I built both of those things. Somewhat similar for logic, using factories that we've built multiple times previously. Which, yeah, that's kind of the theme thus far, among, like, all of these factories. Oh, what's going on here? Why are you not? Why are you not doing? Why you don't have enough stuff? Oh, because time. Yeah. Oh, are you both using level 1? That might explain. Yeah. Alright. I made a mistake there. On that cyan. Did I make it on the magenta? Yes, I also made that mistake on the magenta. That's better. Question is, did I make that mistake? Well, I couldn't make that mistake for the white because I had to add additional white. Yeah. Alright. I've sorted it out. I should have done level 2 here rather than change that one down there. Because you have to wait for it to back up now. On that level 1, it looks like it's done so. Quite possibly. Yeah, it looks like it's backed up now. So it should be fully operational again at its full rate. Good thing I came here to look at that to make sure. I don't know what Dolly's up to, but she's left again. Ollie, by the way, last time we met, I had said he wasn't feeling too good. He is fine now. Whatever it was, tummy wasn't feeling too good. He's recovered. He was ready for dinner. He ate dinner. He slowly went back to normal over the course of the day. And yesterday was fine. All normal. Of course, he came and he ate today. And of course, they're really happy now that they have completely clean litter boxes. Fresh, refreshed, fully fresh to litter boxes is always nice for them. Always a workout for us. Anyway, so that's the milestone shapes. We also worked on some tasks as well. Got through all or some of task 9 here. Now we have to work on the last piece of task 9 before moving on to task 10. Now, where the hell did I do task 9? I've forgotten. We were building here, clearly, because I've deleted stuff so I can do this shape now. I believe I have built the layer 2 and 3, red, blue, as part of this. Yep, there it is. There it is. And over here I have the gray, level 3, and I have the square, level 1. So now it's a matter of stacking! Oh, joy. The joy of stacking. That should be enough, actually. Alright, well, this is level 1. Which means this needs to be layer 1. And I'm gonna have stuff coming out from here, too. These guys. Unless I move them here. Eh. That should be good enough. Okay. No, I'm gonna have to use it because I can't use this. Oh. There we go. Whoops. Alright, they'll both need to be on level 2. There we go. And that is that shape. Ta-da! Da-da-dee-dee-da! There it is. There it is. There it is. We have done the thing. It is finished. And get these guys in on layer 1. Yay. And once that's done, delete the whole damn thing, because it's not going to be required for anything else ever again. Now, another key thing. Developers say they don't want that to be a thing going forward with their new game mode, that they want to incentivize keeping older factories to build new stuff. The thing is, you need to sort of make a distinction between existing factories and doing things right, you know, at scale and at scale. Like, just because you have a factory making a thing doesn't mean that that's exactly going to be the factory that you want to have to throw into what they're going to be calling converters later on down the line. Because over time, you are going to be getting upgrades. Yeah? And they're going to be having it so that you can like unlock layer 3 and all that stuff from all the research upgrades, these research upgrades. Like, okay, well, and in the unfortunate circumstance where you have built a factory based around current speeds that are not all matching, well, over time you're going to need to adjust the factory anyway. Yeah? Like, it is part of the natural progression of the game that you're going to redesign factories. Even if you kept older factories, you will update those designs as you go along. In which case, the original factory becomes completely irrelevant again, regardless of whether or not you're needing to make the previous thing again. You're still going to redesign. So it's not so much, I think, going to be about reusing a factory so much as doing the same thing you already did again. So the reason I don't like the converter concept is that it's forced repetition. And all it's going to do is add a lot more copy-pasting to the game that, you know, kind of already has a lot of. Particularly in this scenario, kind of just has a lot of copy-pasting without that much extra thought being needed. Yeah. I think that's like ultimately my opinion for their concept of a converter mode that's going to apparently make a thing, a shape or thing that you're otherwise going to never be able to make otherwise through any other methods. Be it some unique shape or some other mechanic thing that you need to throw things that you can make into to make that thing. It's like, okay, well, at what throughput does that converter do things? Am I able to just place the converter down wherever I want, or does it exist on the map as a, like, limited throughput thing? Like, how does this actually function in reality? Because I do have a lot of questions about that. It's like, well, if it's a thing that I can just plop down anywhere, well, sorry to break it to you, but that will mean a hell of a lot of copy and pasting of the factories meant to feed it. And it will incentivize, you know, having an explicit factory built for each of the things that are all placed near each other to feed into this converter building, that you then grab the whole thing, you copy it, and you paste it as many times as you need to get additional throughput for that specific item. I have been joined by Mr. Cat, Ollie Cat. He is here. He has come to say hello now. There's Ollie Cat. Yes, hello, Ollie Cat. Hello, my baby. Yes. Nuzzles. He's Nuzzles. Anyway, I don't think it's gonna really add much to the game in the grand scheme. Like, I don't think it's gonna do what they hope to have it do. Like, I don't see it making a difference. Hello again. Welcome to chair. All right, fine. You want shoulder? Shoulder cat? Hello, shoulder cat. Heavy. Shoulder cat. Hello. Ollie cat. Yes. Why are you on my shoulder? What's so nice about my shoulder, huh? What's so nice about that? What's so nice about that spot? It has been a while, but yes, I have carried him like this. And walked out of the room, gotten up with him on my shoulder, fully on my shoulder, and walked all the way across the house with him there. He has done that. Allowed that. Yes, Mr. Ollie. Hey, you're hooked! I'm hooked. Unhook, thank you. Ow. Claws. Ow. Ah. Anyway, things. Stuffs. That finished. Okay. Sure. What was that again? Over here? This guy? Hello? No, not you. This guy. Hello. Hello, this guy. So that's, a lot of things, actually, removed. Yeah, goodbye. All of you, goodbye. All of y'all. Remove the things. Notice that the locomotive actually stays on the line even when you delete the source. Interesting. Alright, well, let's work on these tasks. Because we still have a ways to go on this other milestone before we officially unlock the ability to do pins. Not like we're really going to do much with the pins. Though I guess I should work immediately on the next milestone, huh? Because that's sort of what the game demands of you. But first, this guy. I need circles and squares, and that's it. And red and blue, but yeah, whatever. Circles and squares. Oh, I can work in that same area, can't I? But of course it needs blue from a ways away. How about finding a place that's a little bit easier for red and blue? Well, considering this is only blue squares, well, there's blue there, and the red, I guess, is close enough to the circles here. I'll use this. I'll use this area. There's my thing. You and you. I actually need more circles than I need squares, and the only squares I will ever need are blue. Well, that answers that question. Painting! I will only ever need 2 belts of blue squares for 4 belts of output. Okay. I am gonna just run belt. Since it would appear as if I'm no longer limited by platform units. Okay. I guess he wants to be up there now. Oh look, operator level. Weird. It doesn't unlock the other, or the one that you finish on here until you finish the opposite, the other one. Huh. Is it still... It should still be accruing, though. Which is kind of weird that this number isn't increasing on this one. Because I know I'm delivering this. I'm delivering this. It's finished its milestone, and yet this number isn't increasing until it unlocks, which is not how that works with tasks. Interesting. Anyway, ultimately I'm going to need 8 belts of red. which, as it turns out, this mines precisely 8 belts of red. I'll also need 4 of the gray circles, 4 belts of gray circles. But as we progress in here, let's see, painting. Can I actually fit? Sigh. That'll do. That'll work. That'll give me 8 belts of red circles. Now, at the beginning here, what I'm going to need is just a standard swap. Just a normal old little swap arenos here. For that thing, what rotation would I like? I can modify that. Let's try to make it so that they're all, you know, the same as the shape. Although I am looking not north-south. You know, from the direction I'm looking while building this factory, my up will match this shape. Okay. And then this will be red. I will need to also have another one of these. That's going to take in a single belt of red to also swap them. Oh hey, there's the preview, because the red just showed up. These need to be exactly opposite. Oh right, I need 2, don't I? Yep. Alright then. Can you go there? Can you go there? Can you go there-ish? Maybe. Alright, that'll do. Stacking! There we go. Ta-da! I'll leave it. Drains. Now, where am I going? Oh. Why you no jumpy? Jump. Thank you. Thank you for being a leapin' leaper. The next part. Alright, game. Sure. Next part's gonna need some grays, more grays. Yeah, and these will need to be opposite. Basically, it's going to be this rotation. What? Yes. And then that'll stack on the things. I'll need another stacking. Oh. Yeah, that's better. I'll put these guys layer 1 in here. Although, yeah, that's going to be a bit tricky. Three lines are available here. That'll do. That'll do. And then these level 2'd into here. And that'll make this thing. Well, I have to cut this still, but... In fact, I won't need to do this at all. This will become just cut the things in half. How much are these? How many items? 360. Pretty sure that means I have enough, huh? Just need to cut. Interesting. It's done. Alright, now all these. Reroute. Operator level. Ta-da. That is that. As they say, that is that. Okay. Still waiting on you, huh? These... Oh, God. Now what? White? Oh, boy. Why are you... Why are your... What? Do it. Do it. I know I should probably, like, instead use different lines. Whatever. There. Better. It'll still stop here, though, so... There, now they're independent. And this does matter because I need this for operator levels over time. Oh, the printer finally finished. It's done. It's ending its cycle. The fan noise will go away in about 5 to 10 minutes as it cools down. Once it's cooled enough, the machine will lull again. Now you just have to go turn it off. Okay. Next. Where did I just build? It's you, right? It was you. It was you. So we've got 720 already, as that will accrue until 720, and we've got 2 more here, so that I believe that means I have enough. Yeah? Pretty sure that means I have enough. I can now switch to the next thing. Yeah. Pretty sure. Alright, let us now modify this again. For the next doohickey. For the next thing, I think I'm gonna reorder some of this, just because I no longer need to do any of that. And of course this guy, whoops, this guy needs to be changed. So easy. But yeah, now I need to actually have these grays and all of the reds stacking. Hey, Polycat. Hello again. Yeah. You like your nice clean towel? You like that nice clean towel? Wash the towels this week, too. Yeah. Wash them. It was going into last stream. Nice and poofy. It hasn't gone all flat. Yeah. Mr. Kitty. Like your attention. Like the attention. Yes, I know he likes the pets. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. Alright. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. What am I doing? Where am I going? Where am I sending these things? Bah. Dang it. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Stacking. Glorious stacking. One, two, three. Yeah, so all 8 of these lines need to end up on layer 2 like that. Ooh. Ah, good, the fan is off now. Really? And there it is. Ta-da! Glorious. Oh boy. Oh, you began life as that? I guess you still technically have that, but there's better ways. Really? Isn't this just the previous thing with the star on top? Huh? You just add a full star on top? Okay. Hey, we unlock pins. Woohoo. And a bunch of pin milestones. And it did accrue. It did actually accrue, even though it did not iterate on the number in there. So we just immediately have an extra milestone. We have 51 research points, and I could pick up the third floor. Or I can get 9 more points and get the vortex delivery. I'm gonna get the vortex delivery first, I think, actually. I think I'm actually just gonna get that first. I'm gonna get, what, 8? Really, it's gonna leave me 1 point off. Hey, maybe I'll get an operator level soon. Probably this guy. I don't know. It might actually be one of these two that I just got. Because these are not going to give me research points until I finish at the end. In fact, it's not going to give me any at all. It's only here at final qualification that you get 50 points. Because this will just unlock crystals and give me 1,000 platforms. I think I have enough platform units now to do everything I need to do. Alright, step 1. I will note that this, if you could make this without the pins here, that it would count. But that's impossible for this particular shape. This doesn't even have pins. Cool. Fantastic. And it's using mixed colors. Where did I have... It was you, right? Nice. Did I save that at all? I don't think I did. So I'm just going to grab this, copy it, and I need to find a spot with circles and squares. Do I happen to need anything other than circles and squares for this? No. This is only circles and squares for this entire milestone. So I need circles and squares with access to all 3 colors anywhere on the map. Close circles, squares, and all 3 colors. There will likely be multiple areas of circles and squares that are close to each other, but not near colors. And ideally, at least somewhat away from where I've already built stuff. Well, there's a very close circle and square, but not a close all 3 colors. Unless I go here... I can go here and have all 3 colors. Okay. Low fluid space pipe. Let's see. Since I don't have layer 3... Oh yeah, it needs to load onto train. Okay. And that is that. That will make me 8 belts of each color. I hope that in grand total I'm not going to need anything more than 8 belts of each color by the end of things. So that's 4 yellow. That's more than 4 magenta. And that's 4 magenta. Dang it! I do need more than 8 magenta. Sigh. Duck. Red? Red. Hello, red. So I want to make sure that all of the... Oh. I want to make sure that all of the wagons between both of these are the same items, the same colors. So I had to make sure that all of the input colors were matched. Yeah. And then this is just a flip. It should just be blue, red, green. Blue, red, green, yeah. That's just for consistency when I build both of these things. So we'll start with the bottom one, just because it's relatively simple. We need a mine. Let's have 2 for later. Okay. Wow. Screw you too. Okay. Like, that's a big difference in complexity versus this. Alright. 2 belts magenta, 2 belts yellow. Painting. Bring in. Alright, what are the thingies? Oh, it's the 3rd and 4th. Okay. Now, I guess with this I should pin now. 3 pin pushers per belt. Oops, not you. So that makes an entire pinned shape, and then I need the opposite corner built. Twice. Ta-da. And then twice more. Oh. Boogers. Yeah, and I'll need these to be the opposite rotation. And then stacked. Yeah. Okay. Probably gonna route it like all the way down to there in the end. Alright, how close am I? Not? Wonderful. Oh. The vortex is all the way down there. So where do I want to bring it? I no longer need this item. So it'll load in there. Nice. Goodbye. Okay. Where was I? Up over here. What is this? Is this a milestone? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. The other piece of this puzzle. Needs squares. How many squares? 8 total. Whereas the other one needs how many circles? Only ever circles? Oh, that's nice, actually. But it needs 4, 8, 10. Well, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. 14 total, plus a sacrificial half for pins. Yeah. So I'll use all of what I'm mining for that. And then this will ultimately need a single circle. Also a sacrificial piece. Yikers. Okay. I don't know if that works mechanically. The way that I would like it to. I can think of a way that might give me a double pin here, but not just the single. That one's interesting. We'll figure it out. This one's super easy. This one's a little bit more thought. Getting pair pins like that without crystals means I must sacrifice something on a layer 5. And to get them this layer lower means they have to fall there. Can I get 4 pair pins on layer 4 without this top shape? Not really, because it's a 5-layer object. Ah, you stack things onto the base last to push it up higher. So if I have an object on the top here that is got these 2 pins under it, and then I stack the 5-layer thing onto the base yellow, it will trim off layer 5 and the pins will fall. But what's underneath? This needs to be a gap anyway. Because, like, again, I can think of how it would work with another pin on the top. Interesting, but let's build the thing. The current step, and we'll figure it out. So this is a bunch of squares, up to 8 squares. Oh, operator level. It's time! It's time for yeeting. Oh boy, we have finally arrived at yeetage. The train shall yeet! Directly into this vortex. Goodbye, trains. Goodbye! Now I need to get this guy, like, on a train. Being thrown into the thing. And the glorious part is, the line colors no longer matter. And all the stuff that's on here, all those belts, they can go away. Now, the number of the slots for insertion, it doesn't matter anymore. Layers of the stuff on these wagons, not for this purpose, it doesn't matter anymore. Now, volume kind of matters, so I do want to have the 4 going in directly, just because, you know, traffic. But still, this is a lot better, a lot easier to manage overall. Just not having to really think about how it's getting into the vortex. Of course, now I need 50 points for the layer 3, floor 3, and then it's speed. Glorious speed. So much speed. Alright, give me that guy. There. Bring that down there. That'll offload colors. Okay. So what do I need? Painting, obviously. I need a white square and a magenta square and a white circle and a yellow circle. Okay. White square, white circle, magenta square, and yellow circle. This shape has handedness. I just want to check. Yeah, then cut and rotate. Stack on that guy. I don't think I need it as complex. It doesn't need to do this in this way. Just make sure it's all consistent. Unfortunately, I do need two of... Oh, no. Yeah, I need two of it, but... Oh, look, it's the opposite rotation. Great. It'll be fine. Cutting. Like, actual cutting. Figures. Does that give me the correct thing? Yes. We are halfway through today's stream. Hallelujah. Alright, and then I'll have to do the stacking at the end. Down yonder. Did I really make the wrong thing? I really made the wrong thing. This is the opposite of what I need. Can I change that by... rotation? No? Sure, game. Pretty sure it's just a matter of rotation, but whatever. Whoops. Why do I always do this? This is layer 1. Ta freaking da. I guess I don't actually need more than 2. That's not backing up. So the way that... the key that makes this work, and why the color doesn't matter on the train lines, is that because the trains are destroyed once they enter into the vortex, they respawn at their respective locomotive sources. So they end up right back at the very beginning, where they can immediately go and load the shapes again and head back to the vortex. They ultimately end up at the vortex anyway. So that I don't need to worry about how the rails split for the return voyage. And the further it is away, that's more time saved, actually, by not having to do the return voyage, because it's limited by the time that it takes for these things to respawn, which I think is just a set amount of time. It's like, yeah, duh. This is like the most overpowered thing in the game right now. If anything, I would be like, I would accept if they remove this from the game. Like, that is actually something that would be reasonable, because this is just too strong. This is way too strong. It completely removes any relevance to being able to increase the amount of slots for belts to go into the vortex. Like, all of those upgrades are just completely irrelevant, as are, frankly, all of the lines. Sorry to say, like, the entire mechanic of lines no longer matters at all for throwing things into the vortex. Now, there can be a use case for feeding the factories themselves to build the stuff that goes into the vortex, so at least they don't become 100% irrelevant. But definitely all of the belts mechanics to throw into the vortex are irrelevant now. Like, it matters not whether or not I have the 3 layers to go have extra belts in the vortex. It doesn't matter about how many slots there are. All of that is just wasted points. So all these vortex input upgrades, it's just wasted points in the end. Now, getting that initial level 2 helps with being able to get an extra set of stuff in early on. But yeah, now it just doesn't matter, and that's why I never focused on it. Woohoo! A goal has been completed. We can now work on the next piece of shenaniganery for this. Okay, what changes? Well, now it's completely different. Now I don't... Well, I still do need the yellow pinned object, but now I need another pair of items getting painted. Oh. I get it. So, yeah, for you. Yeah, it's a full layer 5. With the 2 pins on it. A full shape on layer 5 with just 2 pins under it. The thing that's in my mind is, okay, well, these pins though. But these pins though. It's like, sure, I know how to get the falling pins. That eliminates layer 5. But then this is also pinned. I'll worry about it later. I'll have to worry about it pretty soon to figure out how to get this. We talked about it before, didn't we? How one can do this. This needs swapping. Like, needs swapping, I think. You take a pinned item and stack it on top of a sacrificial half that is actually, if it's a sacrificial half, you don't even need, yeah, you don't even need it to be tall. You just need a... yes, it does need to be tall because you need to remove the other half. So it needs to be a 5-layer tall sacrificial half with the intended piece also being fully sacrificial but pinned. And you stack the full 4-piece on top of the sacrificial half, and that gives you 2 fallen layer 1 pins. That can give you 2 fallen layer 1 pins, straight up layer 1 pins, as just straight up layer 1 pins. So that solves this by stacking the layer 1 pins here. Because I can build this without these pins and then put those pins on. So let me kind of at least attempt to demonstrate this just from a logic perspective. I'm just getting a bunch of stuff there, so stacking. Oh, right. So how much is that? 4? Operator level. So that gives me a 5-piece half, yeah? So then if I take this shape and I pin it, and then I attempt to stack that, what I end up with is this. And then you can, of course, rotate and cut and trash, or half destroy. So rotate the other way. And now I've got 2 pins. 2 layer 1 pins. the hard way. Yeah, you can get a full 4 pins using the crystal mechanics, but yeah, that is the logic for the 2 pins. Ta-da. That's just the logic, it's not built to scale, but whatever. Is fine. It is okay. So that's what I'll have to do for this top shape. I don't think I need to do that for this shape. Yeah, it's not required for this shape. Also, those pins don't matter. The pins that are right here in this block, they don't matter. The vortex will accept the shape without those pins. And I frankly don't need to. It would be easier to not have those pins. So I'm not going to. The only pins that matter are the top layer pins, actually. So if it's easier to make the shape without the lower pins, only expose like top pins. So the pins matter, and that this is raised above must have pins. This pair of pins on this shape doesn't matter. If I think that it's easier to not have these pins, I don't have to have these pins, and the vortex will accept this shape as equivalent. Any oozles. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save that as logic to bear pins, or 2 L1 pins. Now that's actually nifty. That is fair for the insane difficulty to have to figure out that mechanic. That is fair. That is exactly the kind of thing that I expect from this scenario. That is where it gets interesting. Okay, now to make this. Now this will need all of the pins because it's impossible to make this shape without those pins. That being said, I do need 2 more lines of colors, one of which needs to be yellow, and the other needs to be white. I may have to, well, will have to adjust that going into here, because this really does change quite a bit. Because of course, the last shape is very different from the shapes that came before. At least it's easier to think about it independently. In this instance, it is actually very, very useful to think about it this independently, because, well, that bottom layer is just a magenta circle, you know? Now there's, yeah, this is 6 white total. This is 6 total white circles, and like 6 total yellow circles, with 4 total magenta circles. And that's exactly how I will build it, is do the coloring of that many full circles and then do the like swaps and cuts and all that. Because it looks like for this I'm going to need to have a white circle that's been cut in half, and I will need to have this yellow and white swap, 2 belts each of the white and yellows being swapped to form that layer 2. The pure yellow just gets stacked. I don't need those 2 pins. It just stacks on that layer 4. And I need to have the logic for the 2 bare pins. I don't even really need the logic for the 2 pair pins because I can take a pinned object, a pinned sacrificial object, 4 belts of a pinned sacrificial object, any shape, and try to stack it as a layer 6, and it will remove that layer 6, but it will leave you with the 2 pins in these spots. It's easy. Because we've seen it before in other scenarios. Really, this is the logic puzzle. This, in fact, it's actually here. This is the logic puzzle to solve for this particular scenario, to lead into this bare pin exposed on layer 3 of a 5-layer object, because it forces you to do something along these lines. Move. Wow, I have 59 research points? Huh? Okay. I'll take that then. Like, I know I've been getting operator levels. Oh. Oh yeah, they give 10. Right. They're given 10. Okay. Sure. Fantastic. Even. So let's see here. For this... so the fun part is I can't do this level of stacking in this order, or this... I can't do this in this order, basically. For this shape. Because I'm going to now have to pin this and that's going to now make the pinned version of this. So if I did this stacking, it would make a single shape that has been pinned, and it will not form this pattern if I try to stack it on this thing. Speaking of this thing, I do need to do this again. Just with these 2. Yeah, I need to swap them first. don't need the correct rotations. Okay. And then the correct stacking order. So these are no longer going to be a baseline thing for stacking. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a stacking pair below. Actually, just no. Didn't grab the layer 2s on those. Okay. Just get everything out. As much as I would like to get this out on layer 2, the white is in the way. Oh look, the white is in the way. Who'd have thunk it? Alright, that is the shape. Okay, now I have to get this thing built over here. And I'll have to modify this shape now. Do I even... want to keep any of the prior logic that went into that shape. I don't think I do. I need 2 yellow squares, 2 white circles, and 2 magenta circles. So yeah, all of the, like, belt stuff here, that's all gonna get replaced with new logic. Especially these would be rerouted. I need 2 more things. All that stuff just hit I. Do I even need... What do I need the squares for? I need yellow squares. And then everything else is circles. So the yellow will be over here. Bah. Okay, that gives me those shapes that I need. However, I also need 2 full belts of 4 of these pins that follow this logic. So, to that end, this needs more mining. Okay. Stacking. Would it make more sense? that makes one belt of this, yeah? That is a stacker for up to 5 layers per belt. Neat. I like. The boy. Yes, my Ollie cat. Comfies. Yeah. Oh, grabbies. You're grabbies now. Yes, you're grabbies now. Pretty Ollie. Yeah. He's pretty. Yes, he's pretty. So I need 2 of this. It's like, yes, I do need another. I need another. Autosave. Of course, this is only a very temporary solution until I get access to crystals, in which case, once I have access to the crystallizer method of getting the single layer pins, that's just superior to this. This is very temporary, that it's only useful before having access to crystallizers. Because with the crystallizers, you can make... So you can take a shape, pin it 5, 6 times to eliminate the shape. So you have 4 belts of an object that you pin until it disappears, and you're left with the full shape of 5 pins. Yeah. You run that through a crystallizer, those 5 layers of pins, you get a 5-layer crystal. You pin that, and you get a single layer bare pins, because the act of pinning that object removes the entire crystal that you made, and that leaves behind a full layer 1 set of pins at the cost of 4 belts of a solid and the equivalent of 8 belts of a fluid, for 12 belts total, for 4 belts of output of pins. Whereas this... Actually, is this even going to be better? This is 16, I think. This is 6... 4, 8, 9, 10... This is 12 total. Also. Huh. Definitely a lot more factories for this, though. This is a lot more stacking, because you have to manually do all this stacking, and then cut it. Rotate. So they're all the same. Take 2 more belts. Pin them. and then stack again. Wait. Oh yeah, I need... Need 2 more of this. Yes, this is like 14 belts of stuff. I hope you can appreciate that the other one is actually a lot simpler than this. Even if it does use roughly equivalent amounts of stuff. In terms of the number of belts of inputs. Oh yeah, and of course this ends up with, you know... this ends up with half as many pins in the end. This whole thing ends up with half as many pins! Yeah. Yeah. When dealing with stuff that's 5 layers. Let's see, what's the side that's destroyed? It's the bottom, I think. Yeah. Actually, easier to just have the 3 with the destroyer. Ta-da! These pins. These bare pins. They're bare. So, my thought was, then I could stack them. What? Oh. Dummy. What do I want? Speed. Speed is next. Speed until max. Yeah, I am dumb. Dumb, dummy, dumb. Oh. Well, you see. There we go. Going for that older design. This is where that little square-shaped design helps. Oh. Whoops. Really? Yeah, that'll do. And over here, I need the... what is it? That. I need the that. The that. The that. Yes, the that. Then we just swap. Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? It is beautiful. Beautiful. I like that one. I like that this makes you figure out this logic of how to get effectively a bare pin on layer 1 slash any arbitrary other layer. There might be an easier way for this specific one, but regardless, this is how I've done it. Doing it without the crystal method. Crystal method is so much easier, but this works too. It's just so much waste. It's just so much gets thrown away for this. It's unfortunate. I can totally see having something like this built out as a factory to feed a make anything machine. But I would frankly do it with the colors. Like, I can totally see having pins that are bare pins be an input for a make anything machine. And to treat them similarly to other shapes, just as a shape. Let's see, I need like 72 points to do the next speed upgrades. That's why I'm saving these points. The 3x3 foundation is 90. That's going to take a while. Anyway, we've done that now. The other one isn't done yet. Is the other one throughput limited? No. No, it is not. It's just a matter of time. We still need another 3,000. So in the meantime, we do get to work on the next set of tasks. Number 11, the monochrome spikers, is going to need squares, circles, and stars. Well, stars. There's some stars here. What about stars, squares, and circles? They're all there, but they're not. There's no, like, blue nearby. I need red and I need blue. Star, circle, square, red. Star, circle, square, red. Blue is all the way out here or down here. I think I can live with it here. Yeah, I can live with this here. Alright. Mining. I have to load trains. Okay. Bring that here. Bring that there. Bring that there. Okay. And then the colors. Colors were on load there. We should be set up for this. So this first one, we're just going to need the diagonals of the star. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a red circle, and of course a blue square. I'm going to stack the red circle on a star, and I'm going to stack the blue square on a gray square, and I'm going to do swapping to make this. Oh, layers. Kinda changes things a little bit. That kinda changes things a bit. Means I can't do it like that. Oh well. Regardless, I still need 2 red circles. Two blue squares as well. Okay, and then I'll need to swap gray squares with red circles. Why does it seem like I don't have... just this? Like, duh. So I know that I finished one of those milestone shapes and I should get back to continue to work on them. But I will do that after I finish this particular shape. So this guy is a genuine opposite corner build. Oh. Well, that's just this. Less efficient. This cuts and then swaps. And that is the correct rotation. I could do stacking of those. I actually need to do this twice up here, but I need the opposite rotation. Now it's a bunch of stacking. Okay, and it's a bunch of stacking again. Boogers. That kind of makes this a little less clean. But whatever. Okay. That is that particular starting shape. Just get them sent to the vortex, and then we'll head back and work on the milestones. Oh. Get going. Ta-da. There it is. Yay. Okay, where was that milestone again? Up here. Double milestone. Okay, you! Time to work on the last piece of this, which will definitely be different than everything that came before. Do I want to move absolutely everything here? I think so, yes. Including layer 2. We're starting from scratch. Okay. Painting. What do we need? We need 4. 6 yellow, 4 white, 4 magenta. Okay. I'll have to manage with how I've built this. Okay, that's the baseline. Now it's just a bunch of manipulations to make that. And of course I will actually not have these 2 pins here because they are not actually required for this shape. And the vortex will accept them and the game will count them even without those pins there. It needs those pins on the top, it just doesn't need those pins right there. Okay, I need to swap 2 yellow and 2 white circles. Great. They just need to be, like, simple swap. So what do I want to do this? Simple swap. Oh. I need 6 white, not 4. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to move these inwards. Actually, even further. Because I do need 2 more of those. 4 more white! Oh, and it would help if that was actually an output. Okay, well that makes things a fair bit easier. Feed everything. Well, I say it makes things a fair bit easier. I will need a sacrificial piece also brought in. For that top layer pin, exposed pin. Yeah, that top layer exposed pin, I'm going to do it through... it's not exactly efficient, but... I'm going to have this double pin object. Doesn't need to be double. Doesn't need to be double. It can be single. Just a pinned object needs to go on the tip top at the very end. So swapping. Hey, it works. And I need to rotate. Let's rotate it so that the yellow is on the top. Just so that it matches what I'm building here. So that is layer 2. Oh. I did only need 4 white. Total. I don't need 2 of these whites. Oddly enough, I actually need half of these to be lower and half of these to be uppers. Why am I bad? I don't know. I'm truly baffled sometimes. Why I misthink things so much. As I was saying, I need half of these to be down and half of these to be up. I want this one to be up. I want this one. Click the button. That one to be down. Okay. That's gonna be 4 belts of you. And 4 belts of you. Okay. Routing and stacking is next. I think we're gonna route and stack down here. How do I want to stack? I don't even know. So what goes onto the purple slot? It's this guy, so purple and this. And then this goes on this. That will go on the yellow. The yellow goes on that. Oh boy. Okay. Well, just, bring this here. Bring those down, bring these over. Also bring those, because this has to be like at the end. Bring all these over, watch out for the pipes. And ta dee 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 da. Da dee 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 da. Okay. You go that way. I'll leave space for those. I might move these down to layer 1. We'll see. Over here, don't think I can do anything without the yellows. Yeah, so I have to get, like, both of these things over here now. Oh look, 51 points, and I've already gotten layer 3, and I'm not building with layer 3! Because I'm a dummy. Because I'm a dummy! And I'm not building with layer 3. I was about to play the whole game. With only 2 layers. Okay, so then what do I want for this? The yellow goes on top of this guy. Yellow on top of... But then, the other white goes on top of this. If it works, it works. Almost at 72. Okay, that all needs to stack on top of this thing. Ah. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, so that just leaves one more stacking. Whoops. And that will count for this shape. The game will count that. It does not need those internal pins. This is actually the final piece for this milestone. I don't need anything else. Huzzah! Huzzy huzzy huzzum! There it is. Yep, just minus those pins, but the only ones that count are those on the top. Neat. Okay. This. Again, it does not need these pins here. But it's easier with those pins there. Potentially. Because I'm thinking about if I make that magenta circle, I can pin that magenta circle fully. The issue comes into play with how do I add the half square? That's the problem. Because it won't be on the same layer. And I would like to have the full pieces, if at all possible. Unless I just have the purple... Yeah, that's probably how I'm gonna have to do it, huh? I take 2 belts of purple pinned circles, as well as 2 belts of full purple square, white square layer, and I swap them. And that'll make 4 belts of this. It will not. Due to hand, I would have to rotate. There, I don't think there's no handedness here. It's just rotation. Yeah, so we'll just rotate. And that could give me those pins underneath. Fair enough. Easy enough. And I have a way of getting these. So, yeah, we have the logic. The logic exists. Because I've already got this built, I can keep using this, actually, to make this shape. I only need those 2. I don't need to do it like this, though. Yeah, because I think I'm going to have to move all of this over. I'm going to have to redo all this, because the colors will be changing. I need 4 yellows and 6 magentas and 2 whites. So I need like 12 paint lines. Yeah, that's going to be quite a bit of work, and just so that I don't forget that I'm going to be doing this, I'm moving that over now. And I will add that there with those, and I will remove that. I will stick that there. I may not need that. I may just be able to get away with it like this. This will move. So yeah, I know effectively I'm moving the whole thing around, but I think that that's going to be better for me to do it like that. The circles will just have to come in, I don't know, here. We are now operator level 36. We're getting 200 platforms each. Does this scale as we get higher operator levels? I haven't really been paying attention at all. To the exact number of points. It feels like this went up. It really feels like this increased on me, but whatever. We're 1 point from speed upgrades. 1 research point from speed upgrades. Great. Fantastic. The next operator level we get will give us our next speed upgrade. Woohoo. Wooey. Yahooey. We have reached the end of the stream for the day, folks. Though, as we are working our way now towards unlocking crystals, we will be finishing off the final milestone next time and then working on tasks while we wait for the unlock to finish. 45,000 will take a while. But gosh, once we have crystals, then we're on the final stretch, huh? We're on the final stretch. It's odd that this doesn't count towards operator levels, but there is 2 separate shapes that it wants us to make here. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will be back with more on Thursday. Be sure to do all the social stuff below the video. And I'll see you all on Halloween.